Hey everybody, Kenji Onozawa here, and we are at SMC Seattle. We are with the one, the only Barry Hurd. He is a man of men among the social media giants. He's been in it for a long time. Here he is. It says Barry Hurd, 123 social media. So Barry, what brings you out to these events?
Well, I've actually been in the social media club since about 2006 when we started the group. And it died off for a little while because we were way too busy, and in late December of '08 we kicked this thing off again, and it's been taken off.
Wow, so you were part of the second movement that regenerated social media Seattle.
Yep.
And it's really turned into something else. So how did you get into social media?
That starts off with a long story of being a child from birth. My dad was an encryption expert in the NSA. So
Wow.
I literally grew up with this type of weird thinking.
So your dad was basically like a Jack Bauer?
Yeah, I don't know if I'd go that elaborate, not as glamorous as that. He just sat at a keyboard all day long and pounded computer code.
Okay, so you've been you're the man behind 123 social media. How long have you been doing that?
We've been in existence for about a year and a half. I actually had a good corporate track run with Verizon Super Pages for about 8 years, and I decided that just wasn't the life for me, and I went out and started my own consulting group. And ever since then, I haven't looked back. Things have been going great, especially in the last 2 years.
Wow, very cool. So where does your interest in social media come from? Like, what do you like about it?
Really, the interest in me is how people connect up. I find it really remarkable how people use all these tools and connect up with like-minded people. I was always the odd man out in high school, and now I'm not the odd man out anymore. I can find out all the other strange people nearby that want to talk on the same subjects. And I think that's really essential when reaching out on social media for whoever or whatever you want.
Right. So you're kind of on the strategy team as far as social media club goes. Now, if you're to say to a stranger who's never been to a SMC meeting here in Seattle, why would you tell them to come out?
I tell them to find out because honestly, somebody in this room exists that loves exactly what they love, and they already know the tools and the techniques that can help that person connect up with other people who think the same way they do. So here in this crowd, it's not just about the technology, it's about what we love as hobbies and what we love in our daily jobs.
I see. And okay, so you've been in social media for how many years?
Depends on how you define social media, but pretty much everything since high school.
Wow, very cool. And okay, so you have a blog, don't you?
Yes, I'm a prolific blogger at 123 Social Media. I also maintain a couple other sites. I also am a pretty fun person to Twitter.
Okay, so if people follow you on Twitter, what can they expect?
They can expect a lot of stuff pointing them out towards sort of the metrics of how to connect all this stuff up, figure out if there's numbers behind what they want to do for business. But I also do the occasional 1 in 10 casual Twitter idea where I try to reconnect people with what they love personally and how that connects up with social media.
Very cool. So getting to know the real Barry Hurd now, not the social media guy. Now, you were a comedian for a short while, is that true?
Yeah, I don't have too much camera shyness. I did plenty of months standing in front of a stand-up mic. I'm pretty good with people throwing oranges and tomatoes at me. Ever since then, you just know, there's no samples anymore. Social media gives me that opportunity with even interviews like this to throw yourself out there.
Wow, very cool. So this is Barry Hurd. Again, he's the guy behind 123 social media, and that is also his Twitter handle. Do follow him. He's a guy to talk to. He's one of the super elite, in my opinion, and a really nice guy. So thank you very much, and thank you for the time.
Thanks much, Angie.